global, global.
What are you making me
global,
say this
global,
nonsense?
global,
I don't know what you're
global,
talking about.
Global, global,
You're drunk.
Global, global, global.
All right, let's continue. Yeah, 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 yeah. Steam the mods are the ones spamming. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And oh, I'm sorry. You claimed drink water. I didn't drink water yet. Here, listen to this lovely music while I go get water. I'll be right back. Are you enjoying it yet? Are you enjoying it yet? I bet you're enjoying it. Oh, yeah. Do you like this one? Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back. Uh-oh. Incoming.
Hi. I hope you stub your toe, get a paper cut, have the hot side of the pillow, the sunshine in your eyes, get a sickness that can't be cured, become depressed, get bit by a lion, get hit by a falling satellite, go bankrupt, lose everyone you love, and step on a Lego 3. Bye.
How can you experience the rest of that after getting hit by a falling satellite? How can this possibly happen? I might need to talk to Girly. Oh god. I don't think I can do the voice anymore. My voice too deep in this morning. Let's talk about the Money the Monkey. Okay. The monkey. It's called Money? Yes. Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get it back? I'll see what I can do. Even I have money problems. Huh? Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home. Haha, that's pretty funny. Well, I guess I'll just have to find out where Money disappeared to. I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Mo. He might know more. He might know. Huh? You don't know? Well, Money isn't exactly someone I am on friendly terms with. What? He's not really the kind of animal I work with. Even if he does need taming. Oh, I see. Go to Moe's. I guess it's time that I revisit that kooky clown. God. No! Adventure you. It only cripples you. Oh, okay. So it's like Fallout. So I'll just be limping to the tavern to get my spirits back up. Got it. Got it. How many spirits are we talking? Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben? Ben? You mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trilo? What do you mean hanging around? Well, he was there when Trilo told me that he was in love with me. Trilo told you he was in love with you? Yes, he did. Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him. But what about Ben? What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trilo. Like sand through an hourglass. So are the days of the circus. What is wrong with these people? Oh, what a beautiful lady. Oh no, Jenny has fallen also. People these days get hit by a satellite and have the audacity to ask for painkillers. She is 16, they're like 30. No, Ace is like 21. I'm pretty sure Maya is not even like 18. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Propose to? No. That won't be for a while. Huh? Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick? Yeah, Max and Trilo both said otherwise. They said they asked her for a hand in marriage. Ah, but Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. I forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for a hand, not Regina directly. So I guess Trilo hasn't asked her directly yet. What? He's gonna propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Maya? Huh? What? Who do you think I should go for, Max or Trilo? Wait, you do realize that Trilo is a puppet? Yeah? I don't care that he's a bit stiff. Oh boy. Oh god. What's wrong with these people? They're all jokes, they're all clowns. But I guess that we're in a circus, so it makes sense. My biggest shocker was that Gumshoe was like 31. That was my biggest shocker. My man is 31. December 28th, Lodging House Plaza. Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already? Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops get lonely and head back to the precinct. Oh god, here we go. December 28th, Lodging House. First floor. Mo's room. No! He's here! God damn it. Oh my! If it isn't Mr. Right all the time! Ugh. It's alright to be wrong every now and again, right? See, Nick, it took a while for the joke to find its audience. Sigh. So what can I do for you? Do you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it. We're gonna have to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we? How'd you know I put the whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you? Yeah, this price. Yeah, because he reminds you of yourself, that's why. You goddamn clown! So about Regina. Regina is such a pure, innocent child. She's such a cutie, too. She was born and raised in the circus, you know. But that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside Big Top. The part where Phoenix tells a joke and it looks like a dead serious was his redeeming moment. Yes, that was real good. Oh my god. Maya's animation or sprite for that moment was amazing. It was too good. She looked like she was like at the pits of despair. It was too good. Yeah, I know you're talking about Mo's sprite, but like he looked all serious. Yes. No, but Maya's was the best one there. So screw you. You go eat a bread or something. Sounded like Pearly. This was the face. This was the face right here. For her, every child's dream of the circus is our everyday reality. She lives in a dream world. She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. The funny thing is that all seems normal to her because it's her everyday life. I guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist puppet. Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply without complications. And a lot of deflections, I guess. Why does he have a carrot appended? Keeps shaking his finger at you. That's it. He got you. He's gonna get that carrot one day. That's the point. Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money? Ah, yes, Money. He stole my attorney's badge. Well, Money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under those circumstances, can you chase after him? Why is that? Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right? Exactly. Bravo, bravo. Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family. Then who does he belong to? I'll be happy to take you to where his owner is staying. You mean right now? Of course, shall we go? Should we go with him or wait a while? Go with Mo. I should be able to prosecute while in prison. Oh god. That'd be terrible. A man acting all chic and shit. December 28th, lodging house. 3rd floor, Acro's room. Acro, the acrobat. Nice. Right? Huff huff. This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Pant, pant. Oh my god, my guy is incredibly out of shape. Anyways, this is the place, Acro's room. Acro. He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today. That's a big pile of junk over in the corner. I don't think I'd be wrong to assume Phoenix's stuff is over there too. Just be careful to make sure you got the right stuff. Thanks, Mo. See you later. Money added to the court record. What did he nab over here that's important? Yeah, I'm gonna get the. It would be hilarious if he actually did become Francesca von Karma through some magical bullshit. Finally getting some money out of this. You damn right. Let's shoot some hoops. Hey, the net's ripped. Money must be prone to breaking things. He's hardcore. The net looks fine to me. You really think that he plays basketball? I think so. You're the nerd. You nerd. Goddamn nerd. Monkeys live a life above the rim, you know. You're joking, right? You think the monkey has got proverbial game? Of course, that monkey doesn't fake the funk on a nasty dunk. Oh god, this circus is breaking her. Well, a prehensile tail might be an unfair advantage. You don't think it was ever disproved? Exactly. There we have it. He's got a barbell. Look around. Everything he's got is for upper body training. Wait a second. These are the same machines I see on TV all the time. Hey, Nick. What? I don't have this one. This barbell here is a new model. Don't overdo it, Maya. You don't want to end up a muscle woman. What if she does want to end up a muscle woman, alright? You let her end up a muscle woman, she'll bench you. Not canon since I haven't played it. This bed is incredibly well made. It almost looks like a maid made it up. Even the laundry on top of the bed is folded perfectly. Nick, there's nothing unusual about that at all. It's how things are supposed to be. Can't the man respect another man for doing something said man cannot do? That's right, you are now a man. Holy cow, there's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap looking knockoff wristwatch. Look at this, it's a trophy. And it's really heavy. Nick, I found it. Your badge, it's right here. Attorney's badge returned to its rightful spot on lapel. Thanks, you really saved me. Huh? What's the matter? Did you find something? Yeah, check this out. It's a ring. There's something engraved on it. From T to R. Oh, okay. From Trilo to Regina. That's who it is. Put ring in pocket. Regina. What a Regina. Well, I think it's time we wrap up our investigation. Regina. Do you think we'll win in court tomorrow? Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Mo and maybe the puppet. Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we still got a magician on our side. That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. I don't like your pronunciation, Coco. I don't think you're supposed to like it. If you liked it, I wouldn't be saying it like that. Oh, God. Bread. 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 No, I will not say it backwards. All right. December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Max, he's still throwing his cards. Good morning, Max. He's sweating. Max? Milk. Ooh, what? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. Oh my God! He also has to pick up all the... He's picking them up actively. Get him to squat down and pick it up with his butt cheeks. Max is really nervous. Hi, Pseudo, by the way. Hi, Pseudo. Oh my God. Oh, wait. I got him. Do you shift stream time to half an hour earlier? I stream when I wake up, and I just happened to wake up at 6 today. And that's what we're doing. His nipples extend to pick up the cards. He's a magician. It might actually be... It might be true. He might actually do this. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you gotta make good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly and warm up the crowd a little. They think you flew to kill the guy. No, we can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine you hit somebody. He's sweating again. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone will be in the room will be on your side. All right, we're gonna have to run a poll for this. Poll. Would you love Pseudo if he was a worm? Yes. No. There we go. We're gonna start it. Start the poll. Actually he has a higher chance of winning by doing this. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick? What's wrong with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Jabba. Oh God, what's happening? What? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry, I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. What the hell just happened? Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. And there it is. The winner is no. Pseudo would not be loved if he was a worm, so you better not become a worm, Pseudo, or else somebody's gonna step on you. Worms are beings lacking intelligence, pure distractions from society. To talk about worms is a preposterous concept in itself. Now I need to know, why should I love, let alone care about such a lower being? Brad, you're not good news for when the aliens visit Earth for you, by the way. They're gonna step on you like a worm. Let's call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is our advantage. Ms. Von Parma, your opening statement, if you please. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. It's the pseudo greeting. It's been so long since we last talked, Pseudo. My life has changed significantly. I am a better person now. We have transformed from caterpillar to a butterfree. Oh. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix, right? Huh? Aliens, I could single-handedly end any single extraterritorial being. And what? With the simple power of deductive reasoning, adrenaline, and RNGesus. I am Billy. I object to aliens existing. We've missed you, cow cow. Cow cow. Thank you, Pseudo. Thank you. Let that one sink in. Thank you. A spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Whip! It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it's not in the nature of Von Karma to lose anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Red Dead is... I've heard of this too. You don't want it to end? Take your time with it. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What? Oh, what are you talking about? I'll be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. We're spawning a bunch of zeros. Very well, you may call your first witness, Ms. Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up here now. Okay, we're starting off with Dick. This man is... What is he, 30? Hold on. We're gonna look at his age right now. Does this man look like a 31-year-old to you? Do actual lawyers approve this game? Not a single one would, probably. Exactly what Brett said. In this game, you are a lawyer, but you are also a detective, forensics, everything under the sun. But you're also like a lawyer. It's a little ridiculous, but that's what makes it so good. And the judge is always complicit. Sorry to keep you from your work. I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. He's breathing hard. This guy's the detective, but his last name is Gumshoe, and he talks like a gumshoe, alright? We'll leave it there. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Judges get bribed IRL instead. Maybe. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza at the front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. He calls Francesca sir because he knows Francesca's Manfred. For real. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Okay. A blunt object. Yeah, Jenny, so the way this game plays out is you gather evidence, like, going around before trial, and now we're in trial, so we have all that means we have all the evidence we need to go into the trial and try to solve the problems here. So someone's gonna make a testimony, and then we're gonna have to point out the flaws in the testimony using the evidence we found. I mean, that part is kind of like being a lawyer. Hasn't Jenny played the game? I don't know. I don't think so. And then you just kind of, you move forward like that. Spawn pie. Pie sounds yummy. The blood to object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. So now I'm cross-examining the events. So I need to point out the flaws in his testimony. I don't know why he's breathing so hard. I think he's a little excited. Night of the crime, snow is falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. So I just kind of press into everything. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was off the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina, the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant Maximilian Galactica and the victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. We saw that in the room. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after the proceedings. Oh, what does that say? That says Yuruma. Oh god, I can't remember that. Yuro ma su? That looks like the katakana su. I don't even know anymore, man. Oh no, I forgot Japanese. I forgot it, never mind. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. Are you steamed? I am a little bit steamed. I'm giga steamed that I forgot. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired for work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? Seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. Yeah, it was a little different. Who else is steamed? Oh, now he's spawning Steven Gavin. Who's Gavin? Oh my god, look at all those dumplings. The murder itself took place in the plaza in the front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. 10:15 is so early. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Oh yeah. This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Has anyone ever told you that you have a voice? That's the first time I've heard that. Alright, well.
All when everyone Regina know. When detective, the after Regina Ben the talk you would actually be Ida. Leave out.
Leave out. Pseudo, stop spamming. Warning 2. No! What are you gonna do, ban him? Good luck with that. Imagine mods banning mods. Can you even do it? I don't think so. The victim was found bent over, a wooden box dead as a doornail. Bent over a wooden box. What was in the box?
Is no kill on sight.
A wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Wooden box added to the court record. Victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Ask about the wooden box. This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating. Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figured they just did it to make the box look heavier. Oh yeah! I think we could do without your guesses, detective. Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, detective. God damn you! Scale your mom. The cause of death was a blunt force trauma that snapped the vertebrae in his neck. Wait. I feel like I need to push a little more into this one. I need to push a little more into this one. Let's ask about the contents. Do you mind telling us what was inside the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this, a little bottle. Bottle? What is that, detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? What in the world was locked? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? I'm gonna just say that I think Mo did it. It was the clown. There was only one little box in that huge box. I wonder if it has some sort of special meaning. Small seasoning bottle added to the court record. I think it was the clown. Okay, snap vertebrae. No mofos to callous. No mo will be tolerated. No mo. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? Done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're really going to get out of Gumshoe in this case. Murder's actually Gumshoe. It's the judge. I say we throw the judge in the slammer. I'm fine with that. You mean all we're going to get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Yeah, I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. That's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know. But wrapped up is such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. How about we wrap you up? Thank you very much. Detective Gumshoe, you may step down. Poor Gumshoe. Ms. Von Carmel, you call your next witness. He's like a puppy. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. Mo? Yummy! Wait, Benjamin Woodman is the ventriloquist, right? So she must be talking about Ben, the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. There you go, he's getting socked already. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Trilo Quist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Wait, let's give him a different voice. That's not a good one. Excuse me. Please no. Please no. What do you mean, please no? Please no to you. Starting from AA1? No. Mia yummy. Pain bleh. Mia is yummy, alright? Mia. Mama Mia. The witness called the stand was one Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Not yummy. No, you yell me. Look at him. He's about to get punched. Look at that. He's getting socked right in the face. Boom, 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 boom. My man is he's getting all the fists. How's it going, the Phoenix, by the way? Trilo, you know better than to insult the judge. Shut up. Just look at your nose. You'd think that you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face off. Chances swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star? Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes in their minds. What's going on here? Order, order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony in court. Yeah. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed. He's good at puppeteering, at least. Yeah. He likes sticking his hand in puppets' asses. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took that magic boy away. Marvin Grossberg, hemorrhoid. Why? You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You sure of that? Take off the background. You can't see the screen. Oh, wait. Should I just disable his background? Wait, give me a second, all right? Give me a second. How do I get rid of backgrounds? I'm going to get rid of it. 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 There it is. Gone. It's gone. You can't even do it if you wanted to now. Try to set a background. Hold on, wait. See if one comes out. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with them, could you mean the clown that committed the crime? Oh, he's got a point. The judge is onto something. Holy shit. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Yes, because he would leave it there after the murder. What do you call a judge who eats pizzas and sushi? A judge who eats pizzas and sushi. Pizza and sushi? I don't know. You said yummy to eeny meeny? I mean, maybe. Maybe. Without question, he was wearing signature hat during the practice. Mo is Mo. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for his hat to be at the scene. Yes, it would. Have you ever heard of framing somebody? You idiot. You idiot. Well done, Ms. Von Why do you... No. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. The clown couldn't have planted the hat there. That's impossible. Nobody could conceive of such a thing. What about the parrot? No parrot. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix, right. What do you have to say? Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. What you witnessed. Alright. Let's go through this. The practice was over. I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. How does that make him the culprit? I feel like there's just missing information. How could that punk not be the killer? I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Hold it. You're kind of stiff. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup. Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're all talking like a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Geez, could you not be any more dense? All together now. Silk, hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little more effort into preparing your questions. Shut up. He's the only one heading that way. How could this punk not be the killer? Who else was heading that way? You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right. And that makes him the killer. There's only one person headed that way that night. How can you possibly know that? That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than that meets the eye. Is there something amiss here? Ben only saw Max? I mean, there's no proof that it was Max, but... Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, don't you? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Oh god, shut up. Thank you. I think you should study up your celebrities, Mr. Wright. I'm getting shut down by a toy. Let's go with the other one then.
Objection!
We're gonna go with the bottom one. Hey, newbie. I saw you playing House Flipper. How was that? Good night. Bye. Bye. Good night, Bread. You kind of stiff. Let's go back to the options here. Ben only saw Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? It's fun? Nice. Wait, Big Ed, you going to sleep too? Or are you saying bye to Bread? Because I know you guys go to sleep around the same time. You only saw Max. Doesn't seem like you should have seen someone else as well. What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? What else do you suppose the witness could have seen? Mo! Maybe not. Don't hold your tongue, Ben. It's your job to answer all the stupid questions. I'm sorry, Trilo. We gotta find a way to get more information out of this witness. Okay, so that was an important one. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't it Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Okay. So, you go to? Hello, bye. Hello, bye to you too. All right, let's present. Yeah, we're gonna have to press into this one. Okay. Ben only saw Max. You should have seen someone else as well. What's the witness could have seen? Okay, so you probably would have also seen Russell Berry, the man that got murdered, right? No? Because he would also have to have gone that way? That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Oi! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with a sense could have figured that out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. It seems that at this stage, I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. There are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Yes, he does. Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. Not anymore. Okay, so let's talk about, left the tent with the stooge, clown. Let's press into this one. Let's see where this goes. The clown, you're talking about Mo. Of course I'm talking about the old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have a choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Okay. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Why the plaza entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in a nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Irrelevant. Mr. Phoenix right. I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thinker. At least my teachers always said I was. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Did I press into this one? Are you sure that was really Max Galactica? Yeah, okay, there we go. There you go. Stop. Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Let's press into this one. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m. Stop punching me, I think. Why what? Why was somebody banned? I didn't even see the message. Sorrybot was on it instantly. Practice ended at 10 p.m. So you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside of the weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you just believe that we'd stand outside the weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for somebody. What? Who said we were waiting for somebody? Uh-oh, they're waiting for somebody. I think I should leave the thinking to me. I'm the only one who seems to know how to do it. True. No one else seems to know how to do this. I mean, Von Karma got some thinking, but she got thinking in the ways that she has her conclusion and she's trying to find reasons to justify her conclusion. And her conclusion is not that they're guilty, it's that she's gonna win. She doesn't care what happens. She'll do whatever it takes. Mr. Phoenix right. We can all do without your offhanded theories. But the witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose this witness was waiting for in the cold that night?
Regina. You have to get gummy. How could you? Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tainer, Regina. Wow! I bet he popped. He actually popped. You're waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? He got his parts back.
Is this true?
Well, I can't, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important was what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
I could go with some gummy worms, though. Gummy worms sound delicious. Yeah. All right. There's obviously a reason for why the witness is there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. You know, it's probably Regina that did it. I was thinking it was Mo, but I'm kind of thinking it's Regina. She killed her own father. And she didn't even feel bad about it. That's the thing.
It makes perfect sense.
What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. Ow! There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I mean, it could make sense. There was only one set of footprints, right? So, it's entirely possible that they carried the body there. I just left it in the snow. Maybe, I don't know. There was pepper in the box. Why was there pepper in the box? There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. I almost said it correctly. Pain! Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance of the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
Whoop-ass. They're all getting their asses whooped. What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of the puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. You mean for the witnesses to actually speak the truth? This was not your plan? You just want lies and bullshit, you piece of... Ugh. She's the one that needs to get whipped. We're just going to leave that there on the table. Now we have to waste time getting the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. And this is the beginning of your undoing about the proposal. You got into a single jump? That's unbelievable. How'd you get that in a single jump? And why are the stream avatars so high up? What's going on here? Is there like an offset or something? Like father, like daughter. For real. There's something awfully odd about these. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You were going to propose, you, a puppet.
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too.
No, she's 16. You, oh my God, just lock him up. Here we go. Lock him up. That's it. Lock him up. His honor's looking a little less than honorable right now. Yeah. To jail. Straight to jail. Send the man. Ship him.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your cross-examination. Sigh.
What was with that sigh at the end? Holy shit, man. Send this man to jail. About the proposal. All right, right at the end. He said he still has a ring. Press. No, you don't. So you're still thinking about trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not going to give up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck. Judge has that dazed, confused look again. Maybe... He always has that look. Maybe he should get out more. Okay. He says he still got it in his pocket, so... No, you don't. Your Honor, that statement contradict... I mean, I have the ring. He's bullshitting. What was the thing? Your Honor, it was me. Can I go to jail now? I mean, that's essentially what happened at the end of the first game with the prosecutor girl that sits backwards. Let's press into this. It was a present for her. So you went to the lodging house to give it to her. That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly talk about Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his woodblock in half. And not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about this present? You haven't established that's a ring yet. Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's like, man, from T to R, from Trilo to Regina. Come on. Come on. Okay, what is it that you're gonna give? What was it exactly that you were planning on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, you numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Why are you so surprised? To jail. To jail with all of you. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francesca's Wood is looking like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Push on anyway. Pain equals bad. You know it's stupid, just go with it. I've established it's a ring. Maybe something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony?
A gamir. A gamir. What, you sending the gamir to jail? Don't send gamir to jail.
Witness, please revise the testimony, specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
How does he even know the word sociology? I'm shocked. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Judge has a beard. He does indeed. That's a key observation to prove that he is complicit. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina. Kept it in my pocket. Okay. Okay, so now that we've established that it's a ring and that he does not, now we know that he does not have it in his pocket, right? Right? Does it work now? There we go, now it works. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Yar, I'm drinking rum tonight. Yar, matey. He's having his bottle of rum. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Oh god, that was a good stretch. Ah, that's mine. Give it back, thief. Didn't you just testify about the very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Yo!
That's so dumb. What's going on here?
That's... Ben, say something. Hey, don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found it in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean they put money like a bank vault?
Ha, that filthy monkey. He's gonna get what's coming to him. Is Pseudo becoming alcoholic? Pseudo is alcohol. He's walking alcohol.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocents fiats in my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word.
I see, well then.
Money likes going after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things.
Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Oh, the monkey. Ooh, ooh. Just been a busy week. Yeah, sometimes you feel like you could use a beer. There are those days. You do a little too much, you just want to de-stress a little. It's like, all right, let's pop one open. Yow! Oh, what the hell is going on? What was that? Oh, at the end. Excuse me? What did the monkey do to you? Ben, what's with you? Ah, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted to a thing, not I, Mr. Triloquist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey. Money! But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough, obviously. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after the monkey Money. Money the monkey, god damn it. Which means that he did not see whoever else came through that direction. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. Oh, what's the meaning of this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It's entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. That's right, you smacked that gavel. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Objection! Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? He just said he wasn't there. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, Ringmaster, arrive at the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, for clarity's sake, let's just flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
I told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy. And I'm sure it'll change some more. Where there's one lie, there's usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why I have to keep after him. Yeah. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that. I was waiting for that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, and he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure that I saw him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right, Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see, I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived at the scene in that 5 minutes to stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Okay. You that I was waiting that night for Regina. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. He said good evening to him. He didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure I saw him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake wearing... What if someone was just wearing them then? Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer the chorus. Everyone begin together now. Sick out. Why did Maya chip in? Thank you. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree. But do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, Nick, right? That's something... We gotta have something that'll prove useful. Alright. Time to go to work. Wait, hold on. I mean, when did the puppet even go missing? When did the puppet go missing? Wasn't that like earlier in the day? Okay. Since the fact I saw Max in the plaza that night. So you saw Max coming out of the big top in that night. Of course, that's where I saw him come from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. Oh, you took Trilo the next morning. Okay. But what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out by yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about it for a second. I'm no good at math, really? Did he just say this? Why? It was 10:10 p.m., you doofus.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max at the scene. I said good evening, he didn't even acknowledge my presence. Could it be because it wasn't actually Max? So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, you say good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess, that's not it, Trilo. You say good evening that night. I'll whip you foolish fools like foolish mules. Like foolish fools. The hugs. Oh no, we got the hugs. The hugs are coming in. I'm sorry, Trilo.
Mr. Quiss, I'd prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. Performer lives and breathes of performances. You should know better. There's got to be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Trilo's evening greeting, nothing especially. Ben's half of the comedy act. Ben's half. Wait. Ben's part of your little act's coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that it was a pro. Oh god. You're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Your Honor, Ben sucks. I had to do it. Don't get wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix, right? But I'm always right. Oh god. Wait, give me a second. I need water. Water! Water! Alright. Alright. Here we go. You should know better. Ow! Ow! Ow, that hurts! Drink water. Fine, I'll drink some more water. Drink more water. That should have set him straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness. I'm absolutely sure I saw him. It was Maximilian Galactic at the scene. It's just so bad I need to say it. Exactly. I need to say it one more time. I gotta say it one more time. Let's do Trilo's part. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? You didn't say anything, right? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being so nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, it was simply just being cordial to a coworker I would understand. Ow, that hurt. Maybe you should think of helping some proof. Having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. Yeah, you should learn this too, because you obviously don't want to go with it. Don't make this face after getting whipped. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something not nice to Max. How do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. Guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. All right, what do we have here? I mean, and so this happened the next day then. This happened the next day. Time of death, 10:15. So 5 minutes after they saw him, the murder happened. Found inside wooden. Okay, contains pepper, blunt force trauma. There's no way I could mistake. Okay. Did I do this? Did I press this one? I'm not sure if I pressed it. You're 100% absolutely sure with what you just said. I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure. There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? Yeah, the fight was the day of the murder, so I can't, that's nothing that I can use. Okay, hold it. Let's just press the previous stuff too. So you're only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know, 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes. Do you really think someone would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in that plaza that night. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course, that's where I saw him come from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. You showed up after I've been waiting for about 5 minutes. Okay, let's push this one. About what time would you say the event? Okay, so I did this one too. He doesn't know math, I get it. So we have evidence here that kind of is contrary to what he has here. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. How do you Okay. So let's find the hole in the testimony. Lawrence Curls. I just saw his actual name. He didn't acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure I saw him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. I mean, just because he saw the hat doesn't mean it was the guy, right? Just because he saw the key stuff. I mean, it's an outfit. Anybody could put on an outfit and hide their face. How do we convey this? What do we have here? Picture of the crime scene. No, that's not gonna do anything. Made the order hat. Found at the crime scene. We have the hat. Took an enormous raise 1 week ago. This is a poster which Blazing with Max has 3 famous symbols. Wait. Hold on. Let's just get it out of him. 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Curious exactly how many times he asks the question now. Okay, silk hat, cloak, white roses. Okay. Let's look at the poster. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Okay, so we do see all this here. So this happened the day after, so that's not relevant. Map of the big circus. Okay. So I'm guessing the murder happened here. He was waiting here. He saw him come this way. Monkey stole his shit. He left. And that's when the murder happened. Mo sees this here. I think Mo makes sense to have been the murderer though, but because it's right next to where Mo lives. And who's Acro? I don't know who Acro is. I'm trying to, I can't find a hole. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. It's something that he says concretely, so it's something he's saying concretely. We don't have anything time related though. Okay, salary thing. 10:15. Actually, sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactic at the scene. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. You're in a goddamn circus. Anybody can put on symbols. The fight is still proof of their animosity. Yeah. I guess so then, yeah. Alright, then let's go forward with it. Because, like, I don't know if I could really prove anything with it, you know what I mean? Because, like, if you think about it, like, they could always just bullshit and say, oh, okay, yeah, something happened the next day, right? That caused them to fight, but not anything prior to that. I don't know. Like, there could be any number of bullshit. But let's go with it. Good evening to him. He didn't acknowledge my presence. Okay, let's go with the bottle. There it is. All right, sometimes I guess when you don't know, you just go with what you think it is. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? Oh, it was on the day of the murder? Oh, you said, that's right, you did say the fight was on the day of the, I read like after the day of the murder. Whoops. A fight? Oh, because the police took him away, so I wouldn't have had time to fight. A fight over Regina, to be exact. I thought it happened after the day of the murder. Shit. My timelines are screwed up. All right. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting conked over the head. Oh. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery?
Ouch. Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on that day, the crime, the defendant and the witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way this puppet would, this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Oh! Are you saying the witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie, honestly. I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
So I feel like I know the answer to this, but I don't know how I need to say it, right? So what I think what actually happened is he saw the guy in disguise, right? He saw someone disguising as the magician. But I don't know if they're going to take that as he saw a different person or he saw the defendant. I'm just going to say he saw a different person. He saw a different person. It's my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe that person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That's why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world, you?
Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening, then?
See... Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Who the hell did he see? This is that jump I have to make now. I have to make a jump. I have to make a guess. So, it could have been any of these three, right? Announce the truth, 2002. I gotta figure it out. You trying to get it? Thing usually is the answer. Why the avatar so far up? What the hell? Is it like an offset command? Help. I don't know. Whoops. Help. Stream avatars, commands. Commands. Offset. Buff Suki. Oh my god, there's the Buff Suki. Oh god. Oh god, the Buff Suki's in. Okay, I think it's either gonna be Regina or Mo. I'm gonna say it was... I might have accidentally moved into OBS. I don't think so. Because I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it, so it doesn't make sense, but it's entirely possible. Nah, it's still at the bottom. I think someone just had an offset, and I have no idea. They're a little higher up, yeah. Jean know what I mean? Offset, offset. Margin, margin. Padding. I don't know. I know like the HTML terms, but I don't know the rest. All right, screw it. I zoomed in on a screenshot. Idle. Okay. I'm gonna say it was a clown. I have no idea. This is the person that the witness felt they needed to greet that night. This is not the answer. You show all the crappy pictures you like. No, there's not one I wouldn't greet. What the oak are you doing, Woodman? You better not say, Trilo, watch your mouth. Ah, well, okay, sorry about that, Trilo.
Order, order. There will not be any order. There will be order in my courtroom, Mr. Wright.
Okay, let's, uh-oh, now we've done it.
You better rethink this line of questioning before I lose my patience with you. Would the defense kindly explain who was Trilo saw that evening, then?
I feel like this is a jump. Maybe it was the victim. Wait, hold on, wait, stop. They said Regina after I did this. Wait, hold on. That was kind of weird. Make a nice cup of coffee. Nothing like watching Coco stream with a nice cup of coffee. Oh, sharing is caring. Sharing is indeed caring. All right. Considering the ill temper of the witness, there's only one person who you'd greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh yeah, I suppose you got a point there.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. Wait, what? How did I fall out? I don't know. Pseudo, do you know how the characters are so far up? Everything is so far up. You fell out of bed. That's what happens when you're drunk and you're sleeping, alright? The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo, isn't that correct? Gulp. Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Wow! Oh. So, no clue. I guess it's as good as Punk's. Oh. Alright, so yesterday, Pseudo, while you were not here, who was it that somebody spawned you? And then they had a negative jump catch game. And I think you got the negative jump catch, which minused your points instead of adding points. They actually set up a point bomb.
Order, how do you respond to this?
Mods are able to spawn people. Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was Old Man, but once I got better looking at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
Here's the spawn command. I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area in the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? Literally robbed. Your points are thrown into the ether.
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Three symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone all together now. Ow! He got whipped. Thank you, please. Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and the white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Ms. Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Even Francesca hates the case. Yeah, she's sweating pretty early.
Well,
If that's the case, then it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we're finally won a point in this case.
that's very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
How'd she go from sweating to that phase?
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness.
You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but...
But?
Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh? Oh god. Here comes Mo. Here comes Mo. Add points. What's the command? Was it add points? I forgot what the command was to add points. Oh. Oh, wait. Add points. One pseudo hack. There's an add. Okay, there we go. Add points. Pseudo hacks. There you go. You're back at 1,000,000. They did minus bombs on you. You got some back. Maybe you have to gamble a little bit. I don't know. Take it past Lou. Good luck doing that, though.
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to the question and evidence that is clearly established as one thing.
Jenny, you want more points? You gotta get the points, naturally. Unless you get hit by a minus bomb, then I'll return.
An answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Uh-oh. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
Alright, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to do another run-through.
I'm going to do another run-through of Expedition 33, but I'm going to just do like a story-focused run, so we're just going to be shooting straight to the story. So we can just kind of get the whole story all at once. And that's kind of what I'm going to do, I think. You looking forward to it? Yeah. I'll probably start stream at like 6:30 my time, so I don't know what time that is for you, Jenny, but you know Korea time, so I'm sure you'll be able to change it. Yep. You saw the whole story? Oh, you watched it? Yeah. It's insanely good. Yeah, it's actually a good story. It's a really good story. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5.
Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room, and while you were there, was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. When I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means he's buck naked. That's what it means. It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous. That's a fabulously possible possibility. You're more conflicted now whether you'd let Miles stay in the paint. Exactly, right? Now that you know the whole story, like, you can kind of see that it's the bad ending to do that. Because you're letting her live in, like, a false reality. Like, you're just letting her live in a dream, essentially. Not live her actual life. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. It was definitely, yeah, 100% the bad ending. The good ending is you have to go with Verso. And that's why we gotta do a replay. You gotta see the other ending. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I never was quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. They're quite different things. In the bad ending, Verso was forced to play the piano. I don't think he wanted to. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. It's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. I think it was also like, didn't like the Verso disintegrate and then she just probably repainted him. She made a new one, I think. Mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29th, 12:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. And I also think replaying the game, you notice things that you didn't notice the first time. Apparently, you can see Verso earlier in the game. Like, pretty much right at the start when the expedition is getting blown up. Like, he appears there, you can see him taking Mael away, apparently. There's just things that you'll see the second time around, so I'm looking forward to a playthrough. Now that everyone is back, let's start. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. Pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Miss Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why does she just call him a pitiful clown? He is a pitiful clown. I'll agree. Look at that. Yep, where he destroys the canvas. Exactly, that's what I'm going to do. We're on the Conquest playthrough. And it's going to actually be Conquest because my characters are so strong. I'm going to one-shot all the bosses. It's going to be kind of ridiculous. I didn't even see how dramatic the last fight could be either because, like, my characters are so strong and they just one-shot the boss. So I didn't see, like, you know, usually there are, like, small cutscenes in between the fight when you're going through it. But I skipped all of it. It was straight at the end. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. He's smacking the carrot. Oh! In West California, name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court as to why he's speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. Calling clown pitiful is redundant. Actually, yes. True. I think you can. Maybe maintain the level. It'll be a New Game Plus playthrough. Either that or I just play in story mode and just go through on easy mode. Because I don't want to do hard mode.
from scratch. That was kind of rough. See more of the writer stuff. Apparently the writer for the game, she was like taken, like there was someone that was taken on for art, I think, but she also became like a writer in the game, like a major writer. It was pretty interesting.
I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to do this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in the Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. It's easy to see your occupation. Please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Shut up. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? Oh, but a couple cones. We're up to no good. Started causing trouble in the neighborhood.
Oh my god, it was actually that line. I looked back.
Your name.
Alright, that was kind of funny.
Lawrence Curls, professional funnyman, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes, it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked...
Without the humor, please.
Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogy self in court.
Without the humor, he's just a ball of depression.
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I have taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. I guess that's what makes you a clown. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing?
Aren't we supposed to be the ones asking the questions here?
Witness? Huh? We'll listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of the case. Really? You'll hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait.
Poor Gumshoe.
You already knew what she was talking about.
Oh, the writer is an impression of the painters.
Yeah, actually.
I'm curious what the whole thing was about the writers, because you don't really know much about them. It's kind of like a mystery, so I feel like they might actually make another game about writers, maybe. Now that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. The night of the murder, after the practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
That's very interesting. This eyewitness account is to be believed. I have enough to pass the judgment right now.
Don't bow. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do I say, off kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in the testimony. I know that.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling.
I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Actually, you are. What you witnessed? The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. Thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window, and that's when I saw the two silhouettes that were a bit far away. That was when the ringmaster, who was Max, wearing a cloak. Wearing his cloak. Kept watching, and then all of a sudden, okay. Okay, so let's talk about why you were pooped, I guess. You were pooped that night. Well, they did practice. I was very, very tired, not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? A double cheese double. Bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that is to say happens. Aha, 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 aha. That was one cool, huh? That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny, it just earned you a penalty. Oh my god! I'm getting penalized for... Jesus. Okay, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Oh my god. No, why am I getting penalized for pressing? No. Okay, you say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. That's right, I'd been thinking about it over and over since that night, but things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it, how could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do all together now, say it with Uncle Mao. No one's talking with you. You ain't got that Trilo effect. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must be really utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Will the witness please testify on what he saw and only what he saw? Okay, clocked him over the head. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head. Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy a completely random non-sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You meant... Well, you did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Ha ha ha. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night? Blue, blue, I'm Dracula. Blue, blue, I'm gonna suck your blood. I would not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor, poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Well, he didn't see the weapon, right? And he said he saw everything. Let's press. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. Man has lived as a vampire for over 600 years. I can believe it. He is the vampire. Then let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time. What did you just say, Mr. Wright? I know there's something wrong with this testimony, but I can't put as to why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once you find something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right. Mr. Wright, before you resume your testimony... Oh god, we lost. Oh god, we lost. Why did that one hit me so hard? Okay, yeah. Just put him in the slammer. Let's go to the next case. Can we just go to the next case? Please. God damn it. They were a bit far away though. Ringmaster wearing his cloak. Okay. It was a ringmaster and he was a Max who was wearing his cloak. Alright.
Yes, I am complicit. Just lock him up. I don't care. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. That's right. I had been thinking over since that night. Okay. Uppity symbols. That's right. He's gonna do this thing. Boom, 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 boom. We did this one. Let's save it one more time. This is the first I'm getting penalized for just pressing, which is kind of ridiculous. Far away, you say. You had to say exactly how far away were they. Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from the window. Just 30 feet, that's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and I cut down visibility.
I see. Please continue with the testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
Okay. Or did it glance out the window? You just happened to glance out of the window? Nothing triggered it? You could say that. You could say I also peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls!
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Let's keep pressing. Let's keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump, which means that it already happened. That's right. You admitted it yourself, you fool. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of a window upon hearing the loud sound. He did not just simply glance out his window that night. Lurk away. Thank you for the lurk. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow. That's not something you forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it'd be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony.
Let's just start turning the tables out in our favor. There you go. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me look outside. That's when I saw two silhouettes, Ringmaster and Max. So if you heard a loud noise, what was the loud noise? Okay, so you heard a huge noise. What was the huge noise? What was the sound like? Well, I guess it was kind of sounding like, I guess you could say,
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you the humor is unnecessary.
Oh, how do you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess that sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit, huh?
What then? You went out to look out the window and you saw... That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were far away though, so someone got hit. And then you say you saw someone get hit. It's like the sound happened before the hitting, which is kind of weird. Okay, so now I think, now that we have this information, we can press this one, because we know that there was a hit. You say you saw it after you heard it happen. What would you say the victim was struck with? So we did this before, and we couldn't press. Here we go, and now we have the information. Let's press it. Let's press it. We're gonna press it now. Of course I do. I got a great reason to make a claim. And I suppose you'd be telling us the great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony.
What's the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Bo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated that if following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed, he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, god damn it, it did the auto thing.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
It's girls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown to make up... clown to find the truth. Well,
Oh, you're back from your jog.
Well, it's pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with the witness again.
So now you're just saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out.
Yep, he was on a permanent vacation, as they say.
Jesus. Mr. Curls, Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over. I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch one hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Oh my god, the judge is actually
getting fed up with him.
got it. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night?
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination.
All right. Got another one. Another one. We don't have much health left. A bit far away, that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. He's not mentioning the white flowers. You're sure that is what you saw that night? Exactly, that's what I saw, exactly, that's what I said. I saw exactly what I saw. I got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible vision? Terrible night vision? That's not all I saw. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt it was him. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window. On a snowy night. There was light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye, and an eagle out of my right eye. Our record said his eyesight is perfect 20/20. That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly.
The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. So, you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding? That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found a murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object, at least it says so in the autopsy report. With Trilogy's testimony and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Q-tap, no, reload save. Yeah, it's gonna happen, I feel like. It's gonna happen. Nick, you gotta find the contradiction in this. That's not gonna be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I gotta do that. Yep. We have to get a bit of somebody else here. Save! Did I do this one? Don't you think that you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max. It's an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something serious to this. Silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. It doesn't seem like he's jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure you saw Max that night? There's no doubting it, especially if I saw his uppity symbols. Okay, let's question the uppity symbols. Sheila said the same thing. But if I was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You sure of that? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. Silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there's no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind. It sounds like Max the killer. Okay, wait. Wait, she said something interesting. I have to prove that someone other. Oh, okay. But I mean, the hint is just it's gonna be a person I have to point out, I guess. Did I do the face silhouetted? Did I do this one? You're able to see that kind of detail from your window. Projection, there is a light near the sign of the... Yeah, okay, I did this one. Okay. I think I've gone through everything. So where do we point out somebody? Profiles. I mean, who else could it have been? The only other person could be Ben. They look very different. Uppity symbols, silk hat, black cloak, they were all there. He didn't mention the flowers, alright? He messed it. He didn't mention the flowers, which is kind of sus, you know? There's supposed to be 3. Is it just as simple as him just missing that there was supposed to be flowers too? Like, can we poke into that? What did he say when I poked into that? So you saw that night? Exactly what I saw, exactly what I saw. Okay, guys, like a hawk. Oh, this goes into his vision. I don't know, I'm gonna lose this case real quick. Oh no, okay, there you go. He messed up the symbols. You say you saw all Max's uppity symbols, so he missed one. I suppose so, the silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. Oh god. 3 symbols. Hey, everyone get ready all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if you knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? Silence, fool. You're to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Everyone loves Maya. Yeah, Maya's the good one. I like Maya. I like Mia more, though. Mama Mia. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It obviously was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene, you idiot! If Maya was a clown, she'd actually be funny. Yeah, she's the clown without the makeup. Alrighty, so it makes sense. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. these seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Right? Let's just do a quick save. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you really recall Trilo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can you mistake someone wearing the snobby 3-piece getup? Jenny's still here. Jenny's still here. You did drink coffee, so you're not falling asleep. Are you just up all night, or do you wake up early? Like, I don't even know. Your schedule. Sheila saw all of them. Sheila saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there was no white roses on the person he saw. There's obviously no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard this pointless. But this, Judge.
Forget the roses. Think about the other testimony. The witness had stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica, while she is sweating profusely. Nothing else matters. Let's just wrap up this case now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Here we go. How many goddamn statements does this man make to make? So many amendments. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols there were, I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Okay, well, it was also found on the floor.
You got one last chance at this.
I do have one last chance. It was found at the scene of the murder, though, so he couldn't have had it the whole time. Just one chance?
Will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there is a contradiction with Miss Curl's statement, you'd better have at least one shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've only got a single shot at this, so better be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance will be all I need. That's crazy. Silk hat. He was wearing it the entire time. Here we go. So I think we just point out the silk hat because it was found at this crime scene. There you go. That's the contradiction. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the scene of the crime. The crime scene? That means... She realized it a little bit late. Oh my god, she was a little slow in the uptake. The silk hat fell off the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true.
Order, order, order.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why y'all being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean, and no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Sob.
Enough of this childish outburst, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if I didn't have his roses, Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over the while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Why? Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness. You're on... No! How did he leave the scene? There were no footprints. It's a big question. The witness's testimony is so full of holes, Ms. Von Karma's protest is useless. Grr.
You got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene?
You like the list of games played on this channel section?
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know what you mean by that.
The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what?
Oh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter a story of how the criminal left the scene?
The footprints?
What he said actually just went over my head. It went in like, I read it and then I didn't actually retain it. You ever do that? I don't remember what he said. But I'm going to show the picture.
Look at this picture.
Because the footprints are the issue. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints. In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there.
So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene?
Your Honor, the witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of the witness testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came into court with.
Wait a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. Why? No, just throw this guy in this jail already. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Things have already been worse. Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes.
The testimony you provided up until now has been false?
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just
what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma had her whip and told me not to talk about what I really saw. Can we just lock Von Karma up already? Like,
can we just lock her up already? Like, get a different prosecutor. Francesca Von Karma, how could you? And now she's bowing.
Your Honor. You had heard the truth from the witness.
Why can't anyone tell the truth from the start? I don't know. You should, they should all just be thrown in jail because they're literally lying on the stand. Like, that's a criminal offense.
You would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
Ha! You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel.
Here it is. Here it comes.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows! Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing his silk hat. That's when I saw he flew away. There it is. Yep. This is the truth. Now get ready for it. He flew. He jumped and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. There it is. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you. It wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
I think he is telling the truth. It was all a performance. What he said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he's telling the truth.
That's what I think. Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic. Dykes, no, that's not true. I don't think only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic doesn't exist.
I suppose I'll let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
Wires. They use wires. There was like... That's how they do it in the show. You imbecile.
You disregard a need for proof. Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. An undisputed fact that the criminals left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind the mystery of mysteries.
I believe
This is enough for today. Court is adjourned.
There it is. December 29, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's exactly what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and I have them to hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. It was always Von Karma, though. Von Karma was always the answer. You still see him smiling and pointing from behind his... doing the no-no finger from his jail cell. I can still see it. December 29th, 3:03 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Nick? What is it? I got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. That's because tricks aren't performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearlie showed me was incredible. Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Let's see, it looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. Oh god. He's 33. Von Karma breaks out of jail and becomes his own prosecutor. He just needs that win. Heh. First she put her right thumb next to her left hand and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? What? Wow, how'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See? This is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard magic tricks like flying away from the scene of the murder. You take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out.
Let's just move. No more talk of this. December 29th, detention center visitor's room. Oh, my sweeties. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from local TV station came by. And since I'm a famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, the Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking, but the production staff was already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. No, you don't have to do this. Night of the crime. You didn't actually happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not something I can just do at will. I don't care what the stoogey clown says, it wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. You didn't keep your mouth shut a moment ago. I don't teach people tricks, but I'll say this much. It's much harder than you think. I was thinking about this in court today. I got a favor to ask you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous, a great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them? But I've won on the world stage. I won an international Grand Prix. International Grand Prix. Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That's something that I simply cannot tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. Grand Prix. Oh my, sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told the story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. A little water. Jesus, I was reading. We're sorry to make you tell it all again. You must not have heard me. I'm really sick of telling the story. What can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Just look at the fabulous stage. That is the first stage I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who's a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to other people in the circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey, Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn. This is what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? Get a Grand Prix photo added to the court record. Alright, well, we'll actually show this to them and see what they say. No, actually do it. Very big circus entrance. You hear that? It sounds like two people are arguing. Alright, let's do it. Are you ready? Yes, wait. Quit your whining. Let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Trilo, this just isn't going to work. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're just gonna have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you gonna do with then? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trilo.
What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course?
He showed the picture of Trilo just trying to piss off. I'm gonna do that too.
I'm sorry. Secret crash training, whoa. Yes, Chilo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his idea for a new routine. So, we're trying to sing a round for our new ventriloquism act. In a round? You can really do that? That's incredible. See, everyone, even they are surprised by the idea. I told you. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we get a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Now I got this ring back. It's time to take one more shot at Regina. Regina.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do this.
Would you mind taking a look at this? I didn't mean to just show this one. Is this one? No, it's this one. Yeah, that's it. Would you mind taking a look at this?
No, they didn't react. Unfortunate.
Today's trial. I know you already testified in court today. You want to talk about what we saw, right? Yeah. Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention, he was draped in those gaudy symbols. What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now. Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, couldn't you check out the tent? Ha! You haven't got a clue about this, do you, sweetheart? Huh? Waiting like this is a part of being in love. How so? If you hadn't a clue, you would know that waiting is such a sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts. Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya. She's so red it looks like she's vine ripe tomato. So how's this new routine working out? Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routine's a secret. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution. That sounds incredible. But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because the jerk said we should. That jerk, Max Galactica. Performer should aim for the world. Who does he think he is? Trilo, you seem to really be fired up about this. He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage. You're right. Mark my words, I, Trilo Quist, will win the Grand Prix. You're the man now, doll. Row, row, row your boat will be the key to a glorious victory. Not to rain on your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best? Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You gotta be a part of this too.
I love how he just keeps punching him in the face. Daddy, you trying to jump? You jumping? Oh, did he actually get it? You got it. Oh my god. Let's go inside.
December 29th, very big circus, big top. It's gonna be the girl. Huh? Where's Regina? I don't know.
But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Nick, you kind of chicken, aren't you?
No. I'm just allergic to wild tigers.
I am too. What a coincidence.
December 29th, Big Top Ringmaster's room. Max and Ringmaster had their talks in this room. That could have been when the Ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside.
Why'd he do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something?
Okay. Wait. Yeah, I mean, there's like nothing. Cafeteria?
December 29th, Big Type Cafeteria. They still haven't cleaned this place up yet? Pearlie's got one look at the state of this place. She'd slap whoever's in charge across the face. Remind me to never invite her to my office. Jesus, that's kind of rough. She's a bit of a rough girl. I mean, we knew she was a chain smoker, but like, goddamn, I guess there's a reason. Let's go to the lodging house area. December 29th, Lodging House Plaza. Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? Sorry. I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Yeah, I figured as much. Let me tell you something, pal. Listen to that old clown, sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. You have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Francesca really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal. You're gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip? No way. Why are you defending her? The best characters in this case are the ones that aren't introduced in this case. Agreed. I mean, they usually are the best characters. Usually. Sometimes there are some interesting new ones, though. Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you definitely didn't want her to show up, poop, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Looks like she's wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Who lives in that room behind the window up there? The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Ms. Von Karma's gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going out of the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Why are you trying to hinder? Francesca Von Karma. Once she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out. She's done by now, right? Yeah. Mo's room. Mo's not here. If he was here, you would have been able to tell even before you stepped into his room. I'm sure you would have heard him laughing away. Ah. What do you think he's laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking up new jokes. I just really love his work. Eeny Meeny was pretty good. Oh no, Eeny Meeny hurt my soul. Hurt my soul. Hurt my soul so much. Like I couldn't like stand like this character like because she talked too much like, you know. Oh god. Ugh. Save me. Okay, circus entrance, so something else is gonna happen somewhere. Where is it gonna happen? Big top, nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Room, nothing. Back to the cafeteria. Here we go. Something else happening now. Cafeteria. All right, welcome to the wonderful, fabulous, the cafeteria. Yikes, he's awfully in good mood. All right, you know what time it is. Riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of battle destruction. Buzz, wrong. Try again. Okay, what do you think, girly? I got it. Okay, what is your answer? Because they're in a cafeteria. Exactly. It was an incredibly sad place, that cafe. What? How do you even get this? I did it. What's going on? He's being too nice. Today's trial. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? You're telling me. I didn't think it was going to be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning, I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke. Exactly. How can you not laugh at the studying comedy like that? Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear. The creep just flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se, it was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a psych lock. He must be telling the truth. Which is a pretty crazy power to have, to know if they're telling the truth or not. I wish it appeared in court, you know? That would be very convenient. Oh wait, let's show him the picture. This man is not motivated. Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too. Huh? You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Oh yeah. He didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me about his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust. I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. So let's ask about it. Max's bust. Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago, all of a sudden, the bust disappeared. It disappeared. If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing's really cool. Nick, I want someone to take a bust of me, to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aww. Max G bust. Add it to the court record. Is there anything else that changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking about this. Or if he's setting up a bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. A quiet mo is a good mo in my book. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there's one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us. Well, on the morning of the crime, over on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper. It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see its title. Yikes. To the murderer. Murderer? Yep, that's what it says. But the rest of it has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder. Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Who in the world posted this thing? Okay, interesting. To the murderer before the murder happened. Nick, I think we better follow up on this important lead. Yeah. He can't say anything more than that. It's the morning of the murder was posted on the bulletin board. That's around the time when Max clonked Ben over the head. Sorry I hadn't remembered it until now. It was torn down before anyone really paid any attention to it. So you don't know what was written on it, do you? Unfortunately, I don't. But I bet you they would know. Who are they? Max and Ben. They were here before me that morning. Okay. Oops. Let's bring it up. Would you mind taking a look at this? Yeah, that's... Okay, we don't need him. And then detention center is the only other thing I can do. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company, it was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go out and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. I bet you it was to the murder of the tiger. There was a tiger that was killed, right? And she's pissed off about it. And she killed her dad. That's it. Be Hoyer.
Thanks for the raid, Vor, and welcome you for lovely people.
Oi. Hoi hoi. Hoi hoi. Thank you for the raid. I was literally ending just now. I was literally just ending. No. But thank you, thank you. Let me give you a quick shout out. No. Let's give you a shout out. Shout out. B. Hoyer. Okay. Just want to say, Boyer. B. Hoyer. Fellow gamer / fellow programmer. Choose a food first. Okay, B. Hoyer. If you were going to be a food, what would you be? If you were a food item, what would you be? And also, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna open the door so my daughter can wake up. All right, I'm back. Yeah. You want to be a boiled egg? A boiled egg. My man wants to be a boiled egg. I don't think we have a boiled egg. Yeah, we don't. Not that I remember. But hey, yeah, stream avatars. We can get a bunch of avatars. Anyway, I'm going to end the YouTube stream first. So thank you for joining on YouTube. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Not already subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.